Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. I really just want to make this video to say thank you to Victoria from Australia. She's helped out this young lady just very recently, just the other day. So I took a video of the receipt. I sent the money through Western Union. So this is Sheena Marie. She's kind of our little mascot on this channel. She's someone I send money to on a regular basis just to help her out. She's in the Philippines. She works every day, but it's not enough to help her and her kid to survive. So she had some medical expenses. I showed her, I've got a video of the receipt so Victoria can see that I sent it to her. And also to say thank you very much, Victoria. I want you to read what she wrote. It's really nice.
Victoria, she's very happy that you sent this money. Like, it's a huge relief for her. So the date is, I don't know where the date is, right there. So it's in Spanish, or there's English, June 4th. And there's her name, Sheena Marie Nolasco, M. Nolasco. And there's the USD, 115. And plus 7 plus came out to 122, so I think it only cost me like $2. She needed 113, but I gave her a little more. And there it is in the PHP. Okay, so I want to say thank you very much for doing that, Victoria. That was great help. And I got some images of the text message or Facebook messages. I'll upload those too.
So again, Victoria, thank you very much for helping. It's brought a huge relief to her, and it kind of helps me too because I like to help her. I tell you what, I'm gonna help you guys, or not help you guys, explain like who she is and how I met her and all that good stuff and why I decided to help her. So again, Victoria, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that you did that for her. So I put a video out, maybe I think 2 videos where I mentioned that, hey, Sheena needs a little bit of help financially, and Victoria came through in a big way. So this is a little gift that I mailed to her. I believe it was last summer, 2025. And this thing is not that big. And the reason why I'm saying that before I get into, the story behind, how I met her and stuff is, here's an image of her holding it. So I mailed it to the Philippines, and mailing to the Philippines is not cheap. I did not know that, or pretty much anywhere in the world. So what dawned on me is how tiny she is. That thing looks big next to her. It's bigger than my hand, but not much. Maybe 2 lengths and widths of my hand, maybe a little bit more than that. So it just dawned on me, she's a tiny little thing. So essentially, she is what we would call the scapegoat of the family. She works with her father. It's not really, this doesn't make her a scapegoat, but she's not treated well by her family. And she's in the Philippines. They live in Samar. I think it's called the island of Samar, and even the poor part. The island of Samar is very poor. And she works every day. She gets up early in the morning with her father, and they drive around this little like cart thing, and they deliver food or something like that, or drinks, or I'm not quite sure what they do, but they work for some company. She works every day. She's out in the heat, the rain, the sun. So she's a hard worker, and I think that's one of the things I admire about her. They don't get paid very much at all. And I thought if there's one person I want to help, it's her. So over the years, I used to give a little bit of money to homeless people, $3, $5, whatever. And it just dawned on me, that guy just went and bought some drugs right in front of me. I thought, you know what? I'd rather give money to someone who is worth it. So I'll explain how I connected with her, but I made a decision that I'm not going to give money to homeless people anymore, and I'm just going to send her 20, 30, 35 bucks a month. And I've done this for I think it's been 3 years now, something like, it's been a while. Because it might seem like nothing to you or me here in the United States or maybe other places like Australia, but to her, that can feed her and her child for like a week, maybe even a little bit longer. Every now and then she might need a little extra money for her son to go to like the beginning of school. I'll give an extra 25, 30 bucks for that. So it's very far and few between where she ever asked for any extra money. And for the last 4 months or so, I haven't really been able to send any because I've been in 2 accidents. I just had my second surgery 3.5 weeks ago. So I did send her 20 bucks about 5 days ago so she can get that inhaler. And so for Victoria to do this, it really, I think it brought a huge relief to her. Now, since I've been sending her money, when I first met her on Facebook, which I'll get around to that, it was actually through my former web designer who's Filipino, is she was really skinny, and I mean really skinny. I just thought she really watched what she ate. So I started sending her money, her and her son, and two things happened. She gained weight in a good way. And it dawned on me like, oh, she just didn't have money to buy food. She was just poor, like really poor. And the other thing is her son had horrible clothes, and she's been actively buying him, newer and nicer clothes and shoes. So when he goes to school, he doesn't have to be embarrassed. And so you see a huge contrast in their life. Another thing I want to mention, we've talked kind of through Facebook. I don't know how you call it, live or whatever. And she's really shy. See how she's hiding like that? When she was on the phone with me, she just felt really uncomfortable because I wanted to make sure the money I'm sending goes to her. So I spoke to her a few times live, not just on the phone, but like video live. I'm not sure what the right term is for that. But she was really insecure, and she's even in her messages to me on Facebook, she's not the most assertive person. And I do wish I was with her so I could teach her some stuff and help her to become more confident, more assertive, etc. So if you guys at any point in time want to help her out, let me know. You can either send the money to my PayPal, or I can give you her name, and basically I think you just need her name and country, and then you can go to Western Union and send it, and then send me the code, and then I'll send it to her. Because every now and then she needs a little extra money that sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. So we met on Facebook. Now, I don't plan on marrying her. I don't think we're ever going to meet, nothing like that. She just kind of became, maybe it's my little project. I'm not sure if that's the right term, but someone I just wanted to help out. And I realized the amount of money I was giving to homeless people, I could get to this girl and it would really shift and change her life. And the fact that she goes to work every day is kind of it's like this is someone who's doing whatever she can to get by. And I just wanted to, help her a little bit. So she did a friend request years ago, and we never spoke, never talked. Every now and then I'd see one of her posts, and really nothing. So one day she said her phone stopped working or broke or she lost it. I think it was just old and it just didn't work anymore. And she said, "Can somebody please help me? Do you have a used cell phone?" And so I thought, I just bought a new phone as an iPhone. I think it was a 8 or a 9 or something. I forget what it was back then. I had my other iPhone. I think it was an iPhone 6 if I remember right, maybe a 7. And for over there, that would have been a really, really good phone. But what happened is I have a friend that's Vietnamese and another friend who's Filipina, and they both said, no, if you send the phone, they'll either steal it when it comes to customs or whatever, or they'll charge her like $80 to get it. So it's kind of not worth it. So what I ended up doing right away is I just sent her $25 because I got her really excited and I felt so bad about not, like, hey, this is just going to be a waste of time. They're going to steal it. She's, yeah, that's true. And so then I realized she still needed a phone. So one of my friends from the Philippines, she said, they sell phones over here that are really good. They're not iPhones or whatever, but they'll work for a few years. And I think it was like $120 or something. And she goes, that's what a lot of people use to get on Facebook. I go, does it work good? They're like, oh yeah, it's a good phone. So I sent her money to buy a phone so she could basically just function in life. And then the next month I thought, I'm just going to send her another 25 bucks. And it made me feel really good to do this for her. So I, for the most part, have been sending her 25 bucks and then a little bit more. Sometimes I'll send her an extra like 20 bucks at the end of the month, kind of spread it out so she doesn't spend it all at once. But I just wanted to make her life a little bit more comfortable. And the amount that you'd need to send her, or that I needed to send her, wasn't that much. And for her, it made a huge difference in her life and her son's life. Now, as I got to know her, I actually did a lot of support through the messaging, texting through Facebook or Facebook messaging. And what I began to understand is she doesn't even know what this is. She's basically in a narcissistic family that kind of beats her down, and she's the scapegoat, and they expect her to work and make the money. And she has another sister that stays at home, doesn't do any work at all, and that sister's actually older. So she's just one of the sweetest, kindest people you ever meet, and I think she's kind of in a sad situation, but she's doing okay with it, and the extra money's it's really alleviated a lot of stress. So for the last couple of years, she just hasn't stressed out like she did in the beginning. So I want to say thank you to Victoria for helping out, and if any of you guys want to help in the future, I have a PayPal link right there in the description box. And in the future, if I ask for help, or if you just want to send her money for the hell of it right now, you can do it. Just let me know it's for her, and I'll make a video of the receipt or an image, and I'll upload it on one of the videos. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you very much. If you want, you can check out my website. Go to mikekollin.com, MikeKollin.com, and remember, click subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.